Welcome to Trell Therapy. This is episode 1. This episode is going to explain what the show will be about. We are both going to explain the topics. It's basically going to be about any and everything. It's going to be about sports, music, politics, whatever. We can also have...
I don't know about politics. Might get fucked up talking about politics.
Yeah, we're going to have to do some research before we get on the politics, but we'll mention a little bit of it. We can have people on as guests. You can come on here, introduce yourselves, what you do, and then it's called Trell Therapy. We gonna talk. It's an open conversation.
Yeah, so with that being said, bro, why don't you introduce yourself, tell the people where you're from, kind of like a little bit of history about yourself, and also why you decided that you wanted to start a podcast as well.
All right, so my name is Gary Fuller. I was born and raised in Orlando, Florida, West Orlando, Florida to be exact.
Ratchet, bro.
To be exact. So yeah, I play football. A little bit about me: I play arena football. I've been playing kind of on and off. I played Little League. I played basketball. I went to college, and then I lived in a bunch of different cities. Lived in Atlanta, lived in Dallas, lived in Fort Myers, played college football there, and now I'm here. Initially.
Hey, Tom.
Huh?
Nothing, go ahead.
So initially, I moved to North Carolina to play arena football, and also because of family. And I thought, okay, there's more to me. There's more to my life than just football. I like to voice my opinions on things. I like to have conversations. I like to get people's different opinions on things. So I figured, why not start a podcast? Why not, have open discussions and talk about the things that's going on in this world right now. So that's a little bit about me. Introduce yourself.
I ain't shit, y'all.
So
the next topic, now I'm bullshitting.
No, let me stop.
I go by Flo. Some of you may know me as Gerald, others may know me as Humble. Whenever you decided to meet me in your life, that's what you know me by. I was also born in Florida, pretty much raised the majority of my life in Rochester, New York, but recently moved to Charlotte about 3 years ago. 3.5, going on 4 years now actually, which is crazy because it don't feel like it's been that long. Going on 4 years in Charlotte. I moved here because I was sick of being in Rochester, which I do consider now like my hometown, but that's another story. I was sick of being in my hometown, and I decided that I wanted to leave. And figuratively speaking, when I made a decision that I wanted to move, I threw a dart at a map, and it kind of just landed on Charlotte. And I was like, Charlotte is, I had been here before, not to live, but I had been here before, and I was like, yo, it's a dope city. It's a growing city, it's growing fast.
Yeah, for real.
And there's a lot of opportunities out here, because even when I came to visit, I had opportunities. I had just so happened to bring my camera with me, and even out here on a vacation, I had gotten bookings and all crazy different types of inquiries about doing video work, and that's what I do for a living. So I was just like, yo, Charlotte might be the move. So I went back to my hometown for I think it was about 3 months, and after 3 months, I just packed all my stuff and came out here. I think I had less than $500 to my name when I moved to Charlotte, but
yep.
I made it work. I got a job before I even got out here. I started working. I landed the interview over the phone, and I got the job before I got out here, started working, and then I just been going ever since. Eventually, it's gotten to a point where I kind of moved away from working in typical day jobs and doing typical work to just kind of chasing my dreams and trying my best to make a living from chasing my dreams. And I'm not gonna say that it's been bad, and I'm not gonna say that it's been exactly how I want it to be. I'm gonna say that I'm still on that journey to get to that point. So as I'm sure he is, as I'm sure most of us are, still trying to get where we actually trying to go. So, but we all still young, and we all still got plenty of time. I'm always thinking I need to be where I want to be by the time I'm 30, and I don't necessarily think that's true. And I think all of our timelines are different too. So we look at social media and people, and we'll touch on that in a minute as well, but we look at like people on social media, and other people that may be around us and see like, oh, they're 27 and they own a business, or you know, they're this or they're that, or they're only this, and it's like, follow your timeline. Worry about what your timeline is going to be like, because everybody's timeline is going to be different. Like I know someone that's 26, just turned 26, that owns a club. I know someone that's 26 that needs to borrow $5 from me. You know, so it's all of our stories are different, and you know, it's just going to take us our own time to get where we need to go. So that's just kind of my little tidbit. But that does lead into the first topic of the day, which is social media control and the way that we are manipulated, for lack of a better word, by social media. So, Trell, if you kind of want to start off with that.
I actually, a lot of stuff that you just said kind of goes hand in hand. As you know, we kind of see people on social media and just kind of think that we're behind schedule, but every piece of your life has a meaning to it. Like as he explained his journey, I had some of the similar things that happened to me. Like when I first went to Dallas, I mean, I had left college. I was done with college. I was at home. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I went to Dallas. I was just like, you know what? I had to set the similar mindset. I'm tired of Orlando, you know what I'm saying? I love Orlando, I promise I love it to death, but like, it just wasn't for me. I needed new scenery. So, you know, I drove, I put some people in connections and just, you know, I drove to Dallas. I was like, you know what, I know people in Dallas, I've been talking to some people in Dallas, so I'm gonna just go out there. So I just left and just went and like probably had one of the best experiences of my life out there. You know, I can always go to Dallas and call it home, hit up anybody who I need to, you know what I'm saying? So, just to touch up on that, I also feel like as far as social media goes, since that was our next topic,
yeah, stay to this topic, goofy. Nah, I'm bullshitting.
But as far as social media goes, I mean, I just feel like just use it to your best advantage, you know what I'm saying? If it's entertainment, then it's entertainment. If it's business, or both. I mean, it could be many different reasons you use social media. It doesn't have to be, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to go on social media and involve yourself into drama. You can also ignore that type of stuff. So, I mean, just use it for what it's there for in a positive way. Everything about life is how you use it. That's my take on that.
Bro, I agree. I think that, I think for me personally, social media is not that serious.
It's not.
At all. And I try to explain this to people all the time. It's not that serious. Like, I'm not gonna go into like social media and relationships. That's a whole different topic. But even with that, social media is not that serious, y'all. So just don't make social media your life. Like, people literally feel like, I've heard somebody say, if it ain't on social media, it didn't happen. And it's just like, what? When did we become, like, don't get me wrong, y'all. Don't get me wrong. I love Instagram. I love Facebook. I love Snapchat. I love YouTube. I love all social media. I love it because it is entertaining. Social media has brought us some of the best and worst times of the internet, to be honest. Like, it's a really powerful tool, and I feel like if you use it the right way, like Trell said, if you use it the right way, it could be very, very, very significant in your life. But if you're just on social media to feed into the drama or to, you know, whatever, all the negative things that come along with social media, if that's the only reason that you're on there, you're not using it for the right things, because you can touch so many people on social media, and people should be using that, like he said, to your advantage. Like, literally take advantage of every social media platform you have. Like, me personally, I've learned how to kind of separate some of my social media. So like, for instance, if you know me and if you have me on social media, you know that my Facebook is more so like just anything that's random. Like, you can go down my Facebook wall and see any damn thing. But if you go on my Instagram, it's mostly business. And that's because that's where all my business clients and things like that are. Don't get me wrong, I have some clients on Facebook and things like that too, but those are clients that are kind of more close to me and that are kind of like considered more friends than clients and more family than clients. But all of my clients, like strictly clients, are on Instagram, and that's where I keep it most professional. I'm not gonna lie, I cut up on Facebook. Like, you can ask this guy, I act the damn fool on Facebook. But on Instagram, I'm way more serious because that's where that's the main platform I use to run my business. So, like we said, just take advantage of it in a positive way. Enjoy the memes, because I love them too. Enjoy the memes, enjoy the funny videos, do all that. But at the same time, if you have a business or if you want to network with people who are like you, social media is the platform, or social media is the way to do that. What we also want to talk about, though, on the other side of things, is not letting social media control your life and not letting it manipulate you into a way where you end up being one of those people where you feel like if it's not on social media, it didn't happen.
Right.
So, Trell, how do you feel about, like, without bashing anyone, how do you feel about people who take social media way too serious and just kind of like that's their life and it has to be social media?
It's just like, for example, like, I pay attention to a lot of the upcoming rappers and, you know, just people who do music and stuff. And like, I kind of just noticed that, like, y'all are really respond to a bunch of negative comments and just a bunch of negative energy. And then next thing you know, you making a post about it, and it's like, why? It's like 1,000. Some of y'all comments, man, it be maybe, let's say it's 1,000 comments total, right?
Break it down, Trell.
1,000 comments total, right? Let's see. Maybe 750, maybe even 800 people say, hey, you know, nice hair or nice song or just, you know, whatever it is they saying. You get to addressing the other 200.
You get to address it.
200 people who saying negative things about you, and you want to go and run with that. Like, that's just an example, but it's just like, and then now you making a post about it, and then now it's just going on and on and on, when all you had to do was address, you know, hey, thank you for the, you know, the compliments, blah, 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 move on about your day. Like, that's just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like, because things like that can alter your life decisions too. So now you feel like you gotta go prove a point.
Talk to him, Trell.
Now you feel like you gotta go prove a point, and then let's say you go run into somebody who was either in the comments
Hello.
or just, you know what I'm saying?
Hello.
And then it's just things that go on from there. It's just unnecessary things that go on from there. So it's just, the main thing to me is just control social media, don't let it control you. I kind of, you know, I feel like that was an important topic for this day and age, because it's just a lot of negativity out there. People being, you know, ready to kill themselves and being suicidal and all this stuff. I mean, come on, man. Like,
over a social media comment or a social media post.
I mean, it's all type of stories out there.
Whatever it may be. So,
yeah.
What I do feel is this, which y'all, damn, maybe this was what I was supposed to do, because damn, everything I say just ties into the next topic. Yep. I was gonna say, social media can put you in a position to change your life. Just like it could put anybody in a position to change their life. Just like you can put anybody in a position to change your life, whether you know it or not, depending on the people you have around you, and certain ways that you carry yourself and goals that you have with people around you. Because we have what I like to call, we have friends, and then we have homies. And to me, personally, friend means way more than homie. Like, if I say that's my homie, I rock with you.
Acquaintance. You know,
but you know what I'm saying? You ain't made it to the friend yet.
Right.
This is my fucking friend. I've known this nigga for years. Like, this is my dog. Like, this is my friend.
And we done lived in different cities and man, all
and somehow
type of stuff,
let's off topic. Sorry, off topic. We got to pass this damn time anyway, bruh.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk
met
about
in
that.
Orlando.
We met in the 9th grade. So let's break that down. We met in the 9th grade at Evans High School. Shout out to Evans, man. Evans
Fuck
was
Evans High School.
Evans was lit,
Fuck
man.
Evans
Look,
High School, bro.
a lot of y'all from Orlando gonna see this.
Look, this is
I fuck with Evans, bro.
And whoever
Like,
from
Evans
Orlando that feels some type of way about this, what I'm about to say next. Fuck Evans.
No,
and I'm only mad because it was supposed to be the 9th grade center.
Yeah.
Not the 9th and 10th and 11th and 12th grade center, people. I was there for 2 fucking years. I wanted to see the new campus too.
Yo,
fuck y'all.
that
And
was
then I moved
crazy.
to raggedy ass New York, and my school up there was 10 times worse. So
Yeah,
let's not
that's
even
what you
talk
get for
about-
complaining.
Let's not
That's
even
what
talk
happens when you
about
complain
that.
about stuff.
Anyway, but yeah, just kind of like off topic real quick. Me and Trell met in 9th grade, like you said. I moved to New York like shortly after we met, which is crazy. It's crazy because I moved shortly after we met, but when I think about all the shit that me and you did together, it feel like we was hanging out for like years.
Yep.
But if you think about it, it was really only like a year or so.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show you, bro. You meet somebody and they can change your life. You feel me? Like they really can, bro.
Because
Like,
who would have thought that, like, after all of this stuff? Because remind you, you moved to New York, right? Then you came back for a split second.
I
Remember?
came back in 2000.
Because you had the Magnum. He used to have this white Magnum, bro. Dude, he used to love this
Maggie,
Magnum,
I miss
dog.
you, baby.
He used to love that
You
Magnum,
used to love that
dog.
fucking Magnum
I
too, because
did
you was
too.
driving a protege at the time, and you did not want to push that fucking protege to the club.
At all, bro.
So,
Nah,
of course,
the Magnums was in style around that
I
time,
was
though.
always driving.
The
because
Magnums and the Chargers, all that.
Oh.
That was...
Bobby next door. I hope he hear me talk about this. We was talking about donating plasma the other day. We told y'all this podcast is gonna be about any and everything.
Oh,
We was
shit.
talking about donating plasma the other day. This goofy, this goofy.
Man, I used to have a look.
Yo, he
I
drugged me
had
to
to make it
the plasma
Yeah,
place.
man.
Yo, I sat outside.
Everybody had their own struggles. We had to get it how we live.
Yo, I sat out. I kid you not. I sat outside for like damn near 2 hours. Waiting on this nigga to get $40
I had
for
to.
the.
Hey, I had
I
it,
would
bro.
have gave you
I was
$40.
Nah, I was hustling, bro. Whatever it was, I was doing it, bro.
Bruh.
I was trying to get up out of Orlando, bro. I had to get up out
No,
of
you
there.
were trying to get to the club that night.
Yeah, that
That's
night.
what you was trying.
That night. I was trying to
Bruh.
do both.
Oh my
I was trying to
goodness,
live and
bruh.
enjoy my last few days, and I was trying to get up out of there.
He
boy.
had me waiting outside in a hot car in Florida for 2 hours, and
I
he
forgot all about that though.
he
too. That's
drove
crazy.
this time, so
And
we
then-
wasn't even in my comfortable Magnum. We were in his fucking protege.
Oh yeah, and then because you know the center was on the east side of town. We was from the west
it
side
was
of town.
all the way on.
So we had to
fucking
drive all the
UCF
way
Boulevard.
to UCF, bro. We had to drive all the way to UCF, bro. We done been through some things now.
Bro.
We
But
done been through some
that
things,
just kind of
man.
ties
That
back
shit
into what
was
we were
funny.
saying about how long we've known each other and how we happen to reconnect. And that's also another thing. Let's go back to social media for a second. Social media reconnects a lot of people. Like a lot
real.
of
That's
people.
how you keep- that's
like
how you
I've
keep
seen
in
some
contact.
people on my social media that I literally haven't seen since like 4th grade. And ironically, we somehow remember all these people. But as soon as you see them on Facebook or
Yeah.
Instagram, people you may know, you're like, oh shit, I went to elementary school with this
Yup.
dude, or I went to, so it's just like, that's another reason why it's very, very, very powerful, is because like it brings a lot of people back together, whether that be relationships or friendships or whatever shit, lost family. Like I have a friend who from Rochester who literally had never met his mom and somehow connected with her through social media and was able to go and meet his birth mom for the first time through social media. And that to me was just like amazing. I'm just like, wow. So that's another reason why, I kind of just had to go back to that because that thought came in my head like about, I think, no, we didn't reconnect on social media. I think we were always in contact. Every time I got a new number, I would text you and let you know that it was my new number and vice versa. I don't think we ever really lost contact through telephone. I don't think we
Right.
had to use social media to reconnect.
But social media was how we knew that we were both in North Carolina at the same time, though. Because remember,
That
I had
is.
moved.
Yeah,
you
you're right.
had moved to Charlotte from New York, and then I came here from Texas.
Yeah.
And then I think, did I post something or?
I think you posted something, and I was like, "Are you in?"
I think I put the location in Durham or Raleigh, North Carolina.
And I responded and was like, "Bro, I live in Charlotte." And he told me that he had actually moved out there and he wasn't just
Yeah.
visiting. And I was like, "Bro, what? Like, we about to
telling you.
tear this fucking, we about to
telling
tear
you.
this city up."
And then 2.5 years later,
That's
we
literally
did exactly what we did.
That's
So
literally
let's
the
go
first thing that we talked about when we found out that when we were living in the same state. We talked about like how just us coming back together was gonna be a powerhouse. It's just gonna be, and this first, listen y'all, this is just the first episode, and honestly, I'm talking way too much. This is actually Trell's show, but I can tell that my buddy has gotten shy over here.
Nah,
he
man, I'm
really
just letting you talking, running, so I'm just letting you go ahead and get it out.
But yeah, that just,
I don't want to interrupt.
But this is just the first episode. I'm happy for you, bruh. I'm proud of you. He's gonna be doing a lot with the podcast and putting out a lot of episodes, and you can kind of tell the people about like what you got next.
So look, we're gonna like I said, we covered how we will talk about any and everything. We plan to travel with this podcast. We'll probably do some episodes in Charlotte, probably do some episodes in Raleigh.
I'm not going to Raleigh. Raleigh is ratchet.
Raleigh, Raleigh ain't Charlotte, but
we could do an episode in Charlotte. So the goal is, this is my boy, and he reached out to me and told me that he wanted to do this, and I couldn't be more excited to help somebody out with a project. I told him I introduced, because we've seen podcasts and we've seen live podcasts where people do podcasts on camera, and then they actually will rent a venue and go out and have a crowd come out and just do what we're doing right now, but just in front of a live crowd. So we plan on getting to that eventually, but this is just
probably
episode
later.
one. So
probably sooner than later.
Yeah, absolutely.
We might hit the beach when they warm up, hit the beach, set up, Yeah, we plan to do it all.
Yeah, we're gonna have to rent some equipment for that. I ain't taking my
trying to get lit, man. We're not trying to. We want this to be lit. This is for us, but it's for y'all too.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna get y'all involved. We'll post certain things on social media. You have to get involved because we will give you the opportunity to get involved. We'll do live podcasts, like he said, social media. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. We're also gonna be, he's also gonna be, him and whatever guest that he may have on. I'm just the guest for the first episode. He'll be covering current events, which I actually want to ask you about a couple current events in a few minutes too, and how you feel about them. Yeah, like you said, current events, lifestyle shit. You can come on here and vent. It's called Trell's Therapy.
For a reason.
It's called that for a reason. So you literally, we're gonna make it funny. We're gonna make it enjoyable to watch and listen to at the same time, because I'm hoping there will be audio and video versions, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So audio and video versions.
Video version.
Yeah, and then so we're gonna make it entertaining for y'all to watch, and even if I'm not on the episode, I'm gonna be some type of way involved with every single episode, because this is a venture that he wanted to start, and I believe besides his girl, I'm the first person that he reached out to for help. So I appreciate that. That lets me know that you believe in me. So let's talk about the next topic that we had written down, which was putting people around you in position to essentially advance the position that you're actually in.
Right. So what that's about is basically we all have certain talents. We all work 9 to 5s. We all have things that we're good at.
We don't all work 9 to 5s.
Well, we all have probably worked, and some of y'all still
we all probably need to be working 9 to 5s, because boy, I'm telling you, shit is rough out here.
Pandemic.
Yeah.
You never know what none of us gonna be doing. So basically, I just wanted to cover that, for all of you who are good at different things, if we all work together just like me and him did, I know he's good at photography, and he's real good with the cameras and stuff like that. That's why I hit him up. Y'all should do the same thing. Use your people around you, utilize your people around you to help boost your position in life, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to just work for somebody that they don't know they're getting rich, when you can all work together.
Exactly what I was about to say.
Together, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, y'all feel me?
Exactly what I was about to say. I was gonna say, it's way more doing what you do for a living. Doing what you love to do for a living is one of the best feelings in the world.
Exactly.
I've kind of had the experience, like I told y'all at the beginning, I've kind of had the experience of kind of doing what I love full time for a living, but I'm not really where I really want to be yet. But when anybody gets to that point, doing what you love for a living is just like, I love doing this. But sometimes doing what you love for a living can make what you once loved as a hobby feel like a job. Because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, sometimes it does take 8 to 10 hours to edit a video, and I don't be wanting to sit there for 8 to 10 hours and do a video, but I know my client is waiting for this video. So it starts to feel like work after a while, but if you have people around you that you care about and that you love and that's helping you better yourself and better that position by helping you out. Like, he hit me up to help him out to kind of take some of the load off of him to get this podcast done so that he can become hopefully a huge podcaster and be able to do this shit full time. And I have no problem with saying, like, bro, I got you. Like, whatever I can do, and people think it's bad to use other people. It's bad to use them for your own benefit if there's no
because it's not, in a way, it's not using, it's utilizing. That's all
exactly.
it is.
Somebody once told me, and ironically, you know what, I'm not even gonna say that. Somebody once told me that every business person or everybody that's at the top or successful, even if entrepreneurs, nobody did it by themselves. If somebody saying they're self-made, they're fucking lying to you. Excuse my language, but that is just a fact. If somebody tells you they're self-made, it's a fucking lie.
I think where people get that mixed up is you probably was the main focal point of your success, but you didn't do it all by yourself. You still needed people to help you organize. You even needed people to support you.
Right.
You need people to watch.
Right.
I mean, views, you need fans, we're all here for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's all these people in this world for a reason. Nobody does anything by themselves. So that's why it's important, and that's why we're covering this type of stuff.
And let's just talk about, with putting people around you in the right positions, let's talk about musicians and like rappers and artists for a second. Everybody on your team can't be a rapper.
Right.
I'm sorry. If you are the breadwinner, if you're the moneymaker, so let me just put this into, I'm gonna make it more understandable for y'all. He's a superstar, right? On this podcast, this is his shit. Right. He's the star, right? I can't come along and be like, bro, I want to start a podcast too, or I want to be a podcaster too. I'm just a guest. Now, granted, like I said, on this episode, we still kind of getting everything worked out, so I am talking a lot, but it ain't gonna be like that going forward. So my point is, everybody has to play their role. When you're a rapper, if you are the rapper on your team and you're the one that's making the hits and you're the one that's bringing in the bread, your homeboy he can be a rapper, but if he's on the team for a specific reason, he needs to be on
play his role, you know what I'm saying?
If he's the camera guy, he needs to be the camera guy. Yeah. If he's the DJ, he needs to be the DJ, because now the DJ trying to be a rapper, or the DJ trying to be a camera guy, or vice versa, you trying to be the rapper and the camera guy and the DJ. That's why I stopped doing music.
And also, I think another thing that you're pointing out is that you should know your personnel as your homeboys.
Right.
If your homeboy wants to be a rapper, you know what I'm saying, then obviously don't try to put him on the camera, because that's not what he really wants to do.
Exactly.
Like, if you have a homeboy who is into, being on the camera, which I knew my personnel, I knew that's his place. That's what he loved to do. That's why I hit him up. If he wanted to do, he wanted to play the guitar.
Then he go here to play the damn guitar.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I can't have him, fix the camera for me if he wants to play the guitar. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to know your personnel. It's important for you to know your personnel, know what they want to do, and just build that empire and just go from there.
Right, and that ties back into putting those people in positions that'll help your position. Because if you put the people around you in good positions and don't treat them like shit, if you take care of them, they're gonna take care of you. Period. Like, I was listening to another podcast earlier where the guy was saying, I don't want to say any names or anything, but the guy was saying how, like, he only has 7 or 8 employees, but as a podcaster, he makes sure that he takes care of those employees, so that in return, it just makes his life easier, because they are willing to, their loyalty to him is going to be unmatched because of the way he treats them. Like, a lot of the problem with 9-to-5 jobs and big companies, if you're working for a big company or whatever case, a lot of the problem is that they see their employees as numbers.
Yep.
They don't see them as people, they see them as numbers. Like, and if you aren't doing well or whatever case may be, or need help in a certain area, they might try to help you once or twice, but then after that, they like, yeah, we can replace you easily and find somebody else that can come in. And whereas when it comes to something like this, if my nigga don't know how to, if he don't know how to make a beat, if I'm a rapper, but that's what he wants to do, I'm gonna invest everything I got in getting you everything you need to become a fucking producer.
Exactly.
Like that, I'm not gonna do. We ain't gonna focus on nothing else.
Because life is just too short
being
to be
a fucking producer.
Yep. It's too short to be shorthanding yourself. It's already short, and now you're doing something that you don't even want to do. Like, now you're making it shorter.
And
go ahead.
Team members, it's team members. If you are doing something for the person that you're working with or working for, like if he was having me doing something that I wasn't comfortable doing or that I didn't want to do, I would tell him.
Yep.
Y'all gotta speak up.
Communication.
If you the cameraman, but this guy got you over here carrying bags around, nah, bro, put a camera in my hand. Let me do what I can do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not made to be here carrying around your luggage. I'm made to be following you around with this camera and making you look like the star that you are. So speak up.
That's some real shit right there. G-Dog.
I mean, hey, it just is what it is, bro. I've been around way too many people that's tried to put me on the team. And that's another thing, bro. Know your worth, people.
Yeah, go
know your
that
worth.
shit. That's why it's called Trell therapy, man.
Know your worth,
go
people.
Go ahead and spit that shit.
There's way too many people trying to put me on the team because they want me to work for free. I know the game, bro. This is what I do. I'm sorry, I'm gonna talk my shit for
Exactly.
This is what I do.
Trell.
I'm venting right now.
This is what the show is all about.
Therapist, can I talk to you about something?
That's what it's all about.
Let me talk to you about something.
Matter of fact, we have something. We have.
You're a fucking alcoholic, bro.
I said it's therapy. I didn't say it was.
Bro.
I didn't say it was. Ordinary therapy.
Don't
it's
show the
Trell
fucking
therapy.
label, nigga. They ain't paying us. Fuck
It ain't
paying
Sean.
us.
It's you know.
But,
it's backwards.
No, so just kind of tying into like the knowing your role, and if you are the head, knowing your personnel and kind of knowing where to put people as far as the positions that they need to be in and the positions they need to play to just kind of take everything to the next level, because everybody can't be doing the same thing or it's never going to move. The ship's never going to move. Everybody can't drive the ship.
Right.
Somebody has to make sure the anchor's pulled up. Somebody has to make sure the deck is clear so nobody slips and busts their ass.
Exactly.
Somebody has to drive the ship. Somebody has to check on the engines. You know, everybody has a role. So when it comes to me and my business, I find myself a lot of the times being or trying to be recruited. Like, people are always trying to recruit. Mm-hmm. But what they have to understand is there's a difference between working with you and working for you. I'm working with my guy to help him get to the next level. You can't come tell me that you want me to join the team and do free work until it pops off. This is what I already do, bro.
Right.
I do this for a living.
Exactly.
You can't come tell me, yeah, bro, you just jump on the team, and when shit pop off, you're gonna be taken care of. No. I was doing that the first year I was shooting videos, or the first year I was doing photography. I'm not doing that shit no more.
It's called knowing your worth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's like if somebody came to him and said, Trell, I need you to come play all these games for free.
For free.
But don't worry. When our team gets some money, we're gonna take care of you. And then when you finally do, it's like, what are you really giving me? You know, so my question to you is, bro, what would you tell the people who are on a team? Because I've already said what I had to say. What would you, from your perspective, what would you tell the people that are either the head or the people that fall under that, as far as like, for the head, putting people in the positions to where it can take the whole organization to a next level, and for the people that come under the head, what do you think they can do to help that process?
So, just like you said, if everybody plays their role. Now, for the head specifically, you have to make sure you lead in the right direction. I believe that, like, if you're the head, right, and you have a bunch of people following you, you have not only do you have to lead in the right direction,
Whew,
but
that's a big one. Whew, leading in the right direction.
Yeah, I think I might just hit it with that one.
Go with that.
Y'all need to lead in the right direction, because don't be hypocritical. A lot of people don't realize if I tell you to do something, right? If I'm the head and I tell you to do something, but if I tell you to do something that I wouldn't do,
nope.
You're not. That's really not leading at all. And a lot of y'all get that mixed up. So that's the first thing, is lead in the right direction, but also lead and give people directions that you would also do or have done before. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can't speak on, it's not possible for you to speak on something that you've never done. I mean, or at least, knew somebody who went through or just had any type of affiliation with it.
Right.
And that's the number one problem with a lot of these business owners and these bosses. And we'll get into all of that. We're gonna, when we get into these episodes, y'all will know a lot about.
I was gonna say we talking about a lot of different shit right now. Boy.
Y'all will know
so much more to come.
And there's more things that you can know about even me and him. I mean, these past couple weeks alone
have been, for both of us, have been just like very eye-opening and very, life-changing to say the least. So
there's more episodes to come, and there will definitely be people on here. Y'all will find out about us, the people who I bring on here, just everything. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot going on, for sure.
So let's kind of lighten the mood a little bit, because we've been hitting them with some heavy shit. Let's make it a little funny. Before we started the podcast...
Sure, yeah. You want to take a shot before you get there?
No. I don't want that nasty ass. Before we started the podcast, I handed Gary a microphone to clip onto his shirt so that we could have good audio. I feel compelled to tell this story because this is who y'all dealing with. This is Trell. I handed him, and they're little small microphones that clip on. Y'all seen them before on TV. They clip onto your clothes, or Tyler Perry, for some weird reason, had people clipping them onto their wigs, and they would like hang them in the middle of their forehead. Anyway, those microphones. Gary, you want to tell them what you did with the microphone?
Nah, bro, you got it. You already was going with it.
Dumbass.
Look,
I love him to death.
I'm still a human now. I know a
knows.
lot of stuff. I know a lot of the answers, but hey, I'm brilliant, but I can be pretty.
He put the microphone in his ear. He took the microphone. Where's my microphone? I'm sorry, y'all gonna hear a little rustling.
Oh shoot.
He took the microphone and stuck it in his fucking ear. Like,
hey, it's not the first episode for no reason. I told y'all it's the first episode.
When I looked up, I was so confused as to why. At first I thought it was an earpiece, and I was like, what you listening to? And then I looked closely, and it was just like, that's the fucking microphone. Why is it in your ear, Gary?
Bruh.
Like, what is wrong with you?
We have to experience this together.
So would you like to tell them about? Would you like to tell them about being dropped on your head as a baby? No, I'm just playing.
Crazy,
yo,
man.
bro, I had a blast doing this first episode.
real.
I appreciate you bringing me on. I appreciate you reaching out to me and even asking me to help you out with this, because I already know it's gonna be big, bro. Everything that I've ever seen you do, even back when you were playing basketball, I bet you didn't know him. You didn't know that this nigga wanted to be the biggest NBA star.
Before I started playing football.
And then after all those years, and I came back and saw this nigga playing football, I was like, you was a basketball player, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but yeah, just everything that he's ever done, I've ever seen him do, he takes 100% serious. And I'm not just saying that because he's my friend. I'm not just saying that because we're on the podcast. It's like this is something I've actually never said to him as a friend or as like directly. I've never told him that I noticed that shit. Like everything that he does, he does that shit to absolute 100%. And I would encourage everybody to do that shit. Like if you're doing something, yo, do that shit 100%. And don't ask how to do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do
and
it.
Just have confidence.
If you want to take pictures, pick up a camera and take pictures. If you want to make beats, pick up a fucking beat pad and start making beats. If you want to rap, get in the studio and make your first song. That shit will be trash. But over time,
and that took me out. But for real, it will be trash the first time. It might be trash the first time. I won't say it will be, but it could be. It could be trash.
Okay, let me take that back.
The first time.
It could be trash.
But one thing about life, man, is that we don't just get one opportunity.
At all.
I noticed that. We don't just get one opportunity. We get multiple opportunities at stuff. Yeah. And that's why, when you wake up again the next day, that's another opportunity.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So you just have to realize, like, everything's gonna take time. Like, just have to work on your craft, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
you know what I'm saying? So he said it will be trash.
I'm just saying, it could be trash. But it could be trash, but the most beautiful thing about going from the bottom to the top is the journey. It's not even about being at the top at the end of the day. It's being at the top and then looking back and seeing like all the shit that you had to go through to get to where you were. And
you're gonna be laughing at some of it too. Like that's gonna be
you're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry. All the different emotions when you look back at your journey you're gonna go through every emotion. Happy, sad, mad, glad, upset, whatever the case may be, you're gonna be that. But the moral of it is, do what you do and don't ask how to do it. Just do it, because at the end of the day, I watched this guy just do it. I watch my friend Bobby just do it. I just do it. Like people, we just do it. Just do it. Don't
Nike.
That sounded, I couldn't think about why it sounded so cliche, but that definitely is Nike. But yeah, that's the best slogan to have. Just do it, yo. Don't ask about how, don't ask about when. Just fucking do it.
Just do it.
And when you do,
utilize your people. Make sure
and utilize your people. Yes, utilize your people, put them in better positions to put yourself in a better position, and utilize social media to your best advantage.
For real.
That's what I'm gonna leave them with.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're gonna leave y'all with that. You know, this episode we're gonna be very positive. We're gonna be joking. We're gonna be clowning y'all too. So
yeah,
don't think y'all safe.
Yeah,
y'all might come on here and get roasted on too.
I was gonna say
we grew up in Florida. We ate.
I was gonna say because
we do not hold back.
I know I called his Sinsoon B head ass earlier and just like I was flaming them up. But if you come on, you better hope you don't come on here and I'm a guest. And you better hope I ain't high.
I'm telling you.
When I come on this bitch, because I'll make you cry. But then I'll hug you afterwards and let you know that it's all love because we love y'all and we hope for the same, you know, for everybody. We hope y'all love us back. And Trell, I wish you the best on your podcast journey, bro.
You already know.
I love you, my guy.
This is Trell Therapy.
This was episode 1. Thank y'all. Peace.